Hi, this is Sandy. Welcome back. In today's practice, we take a look at marmas and how to work with them for physical, emotional, and spiritual well being. Think of marmas as the Ayurvedic cousin of chi points in traditional Chinese medicine. Chi points are accessed by way of hands on healing modalities such as acupuncture, as well as through specific movements or positions. The same can be said of marmas. From an Ayurvedic standpoint, marmas live in and around specific types of bodily tissue. Marma sites occur where muscles, ligaments, bones, joints, and vessels converge. Certain neural pathways are included in this highway of tissues, which explains how marmas are seen as an intersection of mind and body. All told, there are said to be 108 marmas distributed throughout these tissues. Some can be accessed directly by massaging a point or area of the body. Others are more subtle and thus require less direct methods. You may wonder how the effect of working with the marmas differs from manipulation of chi points. My sense is that the answer to that lies in the subtlety of a marma's impact on overall health and well-being, be it physical or psychospiritual. For example, when we are dealing with the long-term ramifications of a physical or psychological injury from years ago, that damage can remain woven into the matrix of our cells. This is where marmas could come in. It may help to think of everything that exists in or around us in our earthly incarnation, from a tree or a building, to the air we breathe, to the thoughts we think. Each of these entities has a particular vibrational quality. Some resonate overtly and clearly, others are less apparent, even seemingly indiscernible. Marmas can link us to the most elusive of these vibrations, which is how they can be a powerful tool not only in our ability to heal old wounds, but to connect with the most subtle realms of consciousness and spiritual awareness. So, with all of that in mind, our practice today is essentially a whole health self-treatment to activate some of the most potent and far-reaching marmas. Let's begin with an overall clearing and stimulation of what Ayurveda would consider our pranic or energetic wrapper. So come into your preferred seated position. Let your eyes close, take a moment, settle your breath, settle your body. Let your facial muscles soften and spread. And now for 3 breaths, breathe in slowly and fully through your nose. Exhale through open, rounded lips. So 2 more in through the nose and long and steady out through the mouth. Last time. Okay, so now with the fingertips of both hands, begin to tap the center knobs of your collarbone, all around that central notch. Rapid, steady tapping. Tap as lightly or as assertively as feels right to you. We are beginning to awaken the vayus. These are the regional wind centers of the body. Wind, in this case, refers to the distribution aspect of prana with a capital P. This overall prana, or life force, has 5 subsets, which are the vayus. Keep tapping. We are working with Udana Vayu. This corresponds with the marmas of the throat and head. And now continue your tapping, and without breaking rhythm, move downward, beginning now to tap the sternum, your central breastbone. This is now prana vayu, prana with a small p. Be sure you are breathing deeply in and out through the nose now as you tap. Keep tapping, moving all the way down now to the groin creases, right at the top of each thigh. Now making your hands into light fists, drumming steadily around this groin area. This is apana, or the eliminative vayu, lightly thumping with loose fists. Okay, now we will move our way back up, returning to fingertip taps all around the abdominal area. This is samana vayu. This is connected to our ability to assimilate and process, both physically and mentally. Keep tapping. If this feels too tender to tap, feel free to gently massage with your palms. Either way, move all around the belly, low belly, upper belly, near the ribs, over to either side. Okay, and then finally, back to fingertip taps. Bring them all the way to the top of your head, rapidly tapping the tip top of your head. And then move forward and back along that central suture line, forward and back along the crown. This is Vayana Vayu, sort of the overseer of all of our brain and bodily systems. Returning to the central tapping at the top of the head. And then you can release that. Let your hands come down to rest on your knees or thighs. Palms are up or down. Just sitting quietly for a moment. Let the stimulated vayus settle and harmonize. Okay, so let's start our marma routine with the hands and the feet. We'll be applying pressure to a point on the soles of the feet and then onto the center of the palms. So, starting with the right foot, bring your right thumb tip to the sole of the foot. You're at the top of the arch, just beneath the ball of the foot. The thumb is in line with the third toe, your middle toe. This marma point controls our respiratory system and also stimulates circulation to the lower part of the body. So if you are someone who sits most of the day, this is an important point for you. Just first press and circle the thumb tip into the area. A few little circles. And then pause, inhale, apply steady pressure using that thumb tip, and then exhale to release the pressure. Repeat this a few times. You can leave out the circling, now just applying pressure, holding, and then releasing. Always inhale to press and hold, exhale to release. Okay, after a few times on the right foot, we'll switch feet. Now working with the left foot and using the left thumb tip in the upper center of the arch, lined up under the third toe. Circle firmly and steadily a bit, waking up the area, and then use the pressure technique. Inhale to press and hold here. Exhale to release. Repeat and do this as many times as feels right to you. Okay, so now we'll shift this same technique into our hands. So beginning with the right hand, take the left thumb tip to the center of the right palm, lined up between the second and third fingers, middle and ring finger. And now apply the same technique as you used on your feet. First pressing and circling for a few seconds, and then pause. Inhale, press in with the thumb, hold. Exhale, release the pressure. Do this 3 to 5 times. And then you'll switch hands. So now the right thumb tip comes into the center left palm, lined up between the second and third fingers. Press and circle around a bit. Find a spot that feels right. And then pause. Inhale, press, hold. Exhale, release. Again, repeat a few times according to what feels right to you. So similar to the foot points, these central hand marmas help also with respiration as well as with circulation, especially now to the upper half of the body. Okay, you can release that, and now let's shift things around a little bit. Bring yourself down onto your back. Knees are bent, feet flat. Bring your feet slightly wider than hip width so that the knees can fall in and rest against each other. Let your eyes close. And bring both hands to rest on your lower belly, below the navel, palms down, one hand atop the other. You may know this area as the region of the second chakra, our seat of creative or generative energy. It's also the location of the basti or bladder marma. As such, it oversees not only the second chakra energies, but those of the muscular, urinary, and reproductive systems, as well as the body's fatty tissues. So this is an area that we want to be sure is at the top of its game. In a soft yet powerful area like this, we will use like qualities in our massage, soft yet strongly focused. So very slowly begin to circle your stacked hands in a clockwise circle, circling to the right. These are slow yet steady circles. Light pressure into the soft low belly, breathing deeply in and out through the nose. As you continue, take your inner eye to this area. Let it burrow in deep. Sensitize your inner vision to pick up on any uneven coloring or texture. Use your open palms to pick up a discordant or uneven vibration from within. Still breathing and circling. This should be a comforting yet empowering movement. Releasing any disharmony or weakness. Using the rhythmic circling movement to gently stimulate and strengthen the area. Just a bit more. Breathe deeply. Okay, you can let that go and just let your arms rest by your sides for a moment. And now, as you are on your back, we'll move to an area that has proved troublesome for many of us, the neck. So, bring the first or second fingertip, or both, of each hand to the base of the skull. So, wriggle the fingers underneath your head and neck, right where the neck meets the head. The fingertips are just to the left and right side of this uppermost cervical spine, pressing into the skull base. Take a moment to palpate this little area, applying firm pressure as you feel around for tender spots. Once you have your spot with each fingertip, apply the technique of firmly massaging in small circles. Isolate your points, and then inhale, press inward, hold a couple of seconds, and then exhale, release the pressure. Repeat, inhale to press and hold, exhale to release. As always, do this a few more times, however long feels good and right to you. So this Krika Tika point, which I love to say, this Krika Tika point is said to control not only our physical posture, but correlates directly with the third eye and subconscious mind. If ever you are having trouble settling into meditation, try working with this point for a couple of minutes. Okay, you can let that go. And now just for a moment, extend both legs up into the air for a quick shake. Just wiggle them around, shake and vibrate the legs, encouraging circulation and release here. And then bend both legs down into the body. Keep your left knee in. You can lengthen the right leg out along the floor or place the right foot back down onto the floor, knee bent. In either case, hold your left knee with both hands, and then using all the fingertips, begin to palpate or firmly touch all around that left knee joint. This is your investigation. You're searching for tender or sore areas, anything that somehow signals to you that attention is needed. It may not be a physical sensation. It may just be that you're pulled to an area or your palpation mysteriously stops somewhere. Just move all around the knee, the cap, each side, above, below, even behind the knee. And when you find your spot, repeat that press and circle technique. Use any finger or thumb tip. And then pause, inhale, press and hold, exhale, release. Just as you've done before, repeat this a few times. Okay, and now we'll switch sides. Let that left leg go long or place the foot back onto the floor and draw the right knee in. Begin your exploration of the knee with all the fingertips and thumb tips, palpating all around, including the back of the knee. And then find your spot or spots. Press and circle for a few seconds. And then pause. Inhale to press and hold. Exhale to release. Again, you do this as much as feels right to you. So this Janu Marma, or knee point, is said to control the lubrication of all joints. So this is an especially important point to keep in mind as we age. Okay, well done. You can hug both knees in, just give them a little squeeze, release your low back, and then roll over onto one side and help yourself up to sit. Finally, as you are seated, we will attend to Hridaya, or heart marma. We've already tapped this area during the Vayus tapping, but now we're going to zero in on it because this is a biggie. Hridaya controls not only the plasma, blood, lungs, and heart, but overall circulation, vitality, and immunity. Additionally, Hridaya Marma is said to control the power of the mind, which here can be translated as willpower. So, to massage this point in the center of the sternum between the breasts, try to place as much of the palm of one hand as you can onto the area. Use the other hand to press the first palm firmly into the chest. If your physical structure prevents using the palm, use the fingertips of one hand and the other hand to press the fingertips firmly into the sternum. In either case, with pressure pressed inward, make small circles to the right. Firm, pressurized circling. And then pause, keep contact, but release the pressure just a bit. Take a breath in. You want to be able to feel the expansion of your lungs. Exhale, feel the chest and ribs deflate. And then repeat the firm, pressured circling for a few seconds. Again, pause, breathe in, fully expanding the chest. Exhale, let it all recede. One last round. Circle firmly for a few seconds, circling to the right. Then pause, slow, deep breath in, full, deep breath out. Beautiful, well done. Now just sitting quietly. Hands are on your knees or thighs, palms up. Giving your body, your brain, your most subtle energies a chance to absorb and integrate your treatment. Easy, natural breathing, soft, closed eyes, perhaps turning your closed eyes up and in to gaze at the third eye, enhancing the overall effect of your work today. Let it all sink in. Feel free to remain here as long as you like. Thank you for practicing with me. Until next time, bye.